If you're like me, you're likely getting started streaming on a console of some sort. I started personally on the PS4 because it's what I had, and you're starting maybe on the PS5 because this is what you're searching. So looking at streaming on the PS5, it's not a bad option to get started. It's a cheaper option to get started for $4.99 plus the camera at $59.99, I believe. It's a good starting point to dabble in Twitch. However, this is not going to produce the most professional level quality, as you will see here in just a little bit. Okay, so first things first, if you're getting started, first thing you should look at is up in the top right, your settings, and then go down into capture and broadcast settings right there. We're going to click X, and we're going to go down to broadcast because that's what we're doing. I would set your video quality personally to 720 at 60 frames. I could do a 3-minute video on this, but trust me, this is a good place to start if you're on Twitch. More to follow on that. Audio, big things for beginning streamers is they don't let other people know when they are recording and they are live. And so I would make sure that you turn this on, but I would also make sure that the people that you're playing games with know that you are broadcasting and that anything that they say will be put on Twitch or put out to the public. Okay, next, and this is before we even get started in this, I'm gonna be very, very clear. The PlayStation 5 camera is not a camera that I would highly recommend if you have a PS5 and a PC to do Streamlabs OBS. However, if you are getting started on the console, you're going to see that the camera quality for the PS5 is not that great. There it is right there compared to my Logitech Brio, right? And I can change the size of this camera right here. I can go down to small, I can go down to medium, I can go down to large, depending on how much of the screen you want it to take up. I personally would set it maybe to a medium or small. You can also see that it's really, really zoomed in on my face, and then the backlights are washing out my skin. So you're gonna have to play with your lighting a little bit to really fine tune with the PlayStation 5 camera. I would say the less lighting on your face, the better, because the camera does not do a nice job of taking care of that like washout effect. Okay, so looking into this, maybe for the sake of editing the actual camera, I'm gonna set it to large so we can really see what's going on here. Clipping mask, all it really does is, like, if you want to get fancy with the cutout, a square cutout, a hex cutout, anything like that. Chroma key, it's the chroma key on the PlayStation 5. I would notice that you really have to get some solid even lighting on your green screen behind you, or else you're gonna have this sort of effect. Even when you change the level right here to mess with the green screen settings and the lighting on the setting, it really does not do a nice job of taking care of that chroma key. So I personally would not use chroma key on the PlayStation 5 camera unless you can really flawlessly light up that green to be one solid color. So going back into it, I'm just gonna select this at none for now. You'll notice that the green screen is kind of lit up evenly, but like this little section right here is just a little bit darker. Now on the PC, you can see that I can kind of crop all that out. With the PS5 camera and the PlayStation, it doesn't really do a nice job of it. Okay. Flipping horizontally, don't really have to worry about this. It just flips your camera based on some camera effects. I personally wouldn't play with these. However, you can comic, pixelate if you're trying to stream anonymously, I guess. I don't know why you would ever do such a thing. Scan lines, all of these just kind of really take away from what you're doing, in my opinion, on Streamlabs in your stream. And so I wouldn't really like play with the effects too much. But messing with these settings here just a little bit to try and get this camera looking a little bit better. I could turn maybe the brightness down just a little bit to kind of dim out that washout effect a little. And I could also mess with the contrast here. You can kind of see what it's doing. It's messing with the washout effect a little bit, but it's not. You know what I mean? Like, that brighter I go on the contrast, the higher I go on the contrast. But I don't want it to look washed out either. You know what I mean? So I really need to find a nice balance in this contrast and brightness setting. Transparency I wouldn't touch. Transparency is essentially like, I I guess, how much of the webcam you're actually going to see, and you can see through the actual webcam and see some of the gameplay behind your webcam. You want your face to be seen, so I would leave that at the bare minimum down here. All right, we've done the absolute best that we could to get the camera cleaned up a little bit. We could hit refocus on your face, and this is if you have the $60 PlayStation 5 camera. I have not tested any other USB port cameras on the PlayStation, so I will test that and show you a camera comparison in another video. I will link down below after I get it done. But looking at it, overlays, if you want to display the chat, I would say sometimes for engagement, it's not a bad idea, especially if you're a smaller streamer. People do like to see their names. If you're a larger streamer and you're trying a PS5 stream, not a good idea. Display activity, this will kind of like give you that little ticker in the top right and tell you when somebody has jumped into your stream. This isn't a bad idea. I like to know when people are showing up to the stream, because then I can greet them in some sort of way. However, your content should always be talking like you are entertaining somebody, even if nobody is there. Personally, I always like my overlays to be in the bottom right. However, you could get squirrely with it and you could go top left. I would never put it like in the, I guess there is no middle setting or anything like that. But anyways, chat to speech is a huge no-no, in my opinion. What it does is it reads out the chat, and this is for a lot of people that will turn off their chat and they'll have like a AI bot read the chat to them. It just really like brings down the quality of your content, because you have an artificial intelligent bot talking 24/7 365 in your stream, and it really kind of kills the vibe. That being said, now that we have all of the settings set up, I'm going to start up Steep here really quickly and show you kind of how to get started here. Steep is now up, and all you'll have to do is press the broadcast button on your PS5 controller. Is right here, and once you press it, you're going to see some options. Take a screenshot, save recent gameplay, start new recording. You're looking for broadcast, and you'll notice that I am already broadcasting here by accident, so I will stop the broadcast and I will show you. So once you have your account linked, and you'll notice that mine says trigger test. Once you have your account linked, then you will be able to click go live. Either YouTube or Twitch is supported here, but there is no other at the moment, I guess, platforms in which are supported. I stream from Twitch, and so I would be streaming, but if I'm playing with settings, I would not be streaming to my actual stream. That's why you see trigger test here, because I don't want a notification that's going out to 6,000 people that says, oh hey, by the way, like I'm streaming, but I'm really not. I'm just playing with PS5 settings. So I would have an alternate account on Twitch to make sure that you can play with settings and camera settings and whatnot and test out quality. But that being said, now that we have hit go live and it starts up fairly quickly, you're seeing the large camera right there, which if it's too large for me, if it's not my style, it's taking up, looks to be about 1/9 of the entire screen. So then I can hold the PlayStation button, the middle button, and go back to the broadcast settings over here where we were, and I can shrink the camera by going back to broadcast camera, and then let's turn it down a little bit. Let's go to medium here. And now that we're going back out to Steep, I'm gonna hold the button and go back to Steep here, and I'm not seeing the actual broadcast, so we'll see what's going on here. There we are. Okay, so now I can go into overlay options here, and I can switch where I want my camera and vice versa. Personally, it will show you where you can move it, and you're noticing I can move it around, but notice that it's still in the bottom left, but it's also like that 1/9 of the screen, like the bottom part of it, because I'm set to medium, is not there. I would have to play with this a little bit more, but like, man, oh man, that is just not looking clean. It's right in the middle of everything, and I don't like it. And so, but here's a prime example of why you would not want to, I guess, not have a second account, because I'm playing with this, and people are expecting a show, and I'm sitting here playing with everything, right? So there's what it looks like, honestly, and it's not the best quality. Now, if somebody was to type in the chat, I will pull up my chat here really quickly and show you what it displays like, and it's not too bad. Let's see here. Okay, that is not what I searched. Searched trigger test and it said tightest test Monka. So looking at it here, here's what it would look like if somebody is typing in your chat. I can type iTrig and it would pop up in the bottom right, actually right below me. So I'm gonna pop up, I'm gonna just type in some spam so you guys can actually see what it looks like. And it tells you how many people are watching right below me. I'm gonna kill my camera here. Where are we at on the camera? There. So here's what it looks like when people type in your actual chat right here. I'm typing on the other thing. And you'll notice it shows up just like this. So that's what display chat does for your actual, I guess, quality. Whether or not you want to turn that off is up to you. But this video is running a little long, so this is all of the broadcast, the basic broadcast setup of the PS5. It's really not overly difficult, but the quality is not necessarily 100% there. So just be alert when it comes to that. So thanks for watching. If this helped in any sort of way, be sure to like and subscribe. Maybe come back and check out a previous video or a prior video after this, following up on some of the camera comparisons that we can get out of an actual webcam, and we'll see if I can clean up this Sony PlayStation webcam a little bit better to make it a little bit higher value on your stream. So thanks for watching again, and we'll see you soon.